Hello there.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Hello there. How goes it? Excellent, excellent, excellent. And then, all right, 129. I wasn't expecting for the party to have started already. All right, got a few more people. Good to see everybody. Remember, you have to turn on your cameras and you have to have your names. I'm glad everybody already has their name, but make sure that your camera is open, okay? Thank you, thank you. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right. We got everybody? Okay. We're going to get going in just a few minutes. It's now officially 1:30, but I would like everybody to take their cameras off of stop video, okay? So I need to be able to see everybody's face, not just the top of your hair, not just the top of your bonnet or shower cap. Thank you, thank you. All right, you guys been all right? Yes, maybe. Good. All right. Anybody want to share how was your Memorial Day? What did you guys do? What did you eat? All right. Ate a lot. That's what's up. A lot of what though? Now, there's someone on here that has iPhone as their name. I need you to change your name, please. All right.
What up, Mr. Field?
What's happening? What's happening?
You gotta be here.
We just now starting. Oh, I want to make sure, is that Demiron?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Do me a favor and update your name, all right? Cool, good to see you guys. We're gonna get started in just one moment. Make sure that your screen is on, that your video is on. The question that I asked just to kind of get conversation going is how was your Memorial Day? What did you do or what did you eat? Okay, so people are already putting their answers in the chat. All right, thank you, Rachel. All right.
Here. The Oreos.
Wait. Were these like barbecue Oreos or just regular random Oreos?
Good.
Barbecue Oreos. I don't know how that would taste. They got like cinnamon Oreos. Has anyone tried those? Instead of like the chocolate part, it's like yellow or something like that, like graham cracker. Demira, you said you tried them?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But it wasn't good, but it was all
I was
right.
about to say, like he didn't say they were good. He said they weren't bad. Well, we'll remember
It was
that.
all right.
That's what's up. Okay, cool. All right. So, Rashard, you don't even know what you ate? You just like stuffed things in your mouth?
I didn't even know.
That boy lagging.
I don't know. Like I was like,
That boy lagging.
what happened? I was
He lagging, bro.
terrible. I don't know.
Just a little bit. Yeah. You are lagging just a little bit, but I'm glad to hear that you're okay because if I start just eating stuff, I may eat something that's not edible. Like, oh, where'd that pencil come from?
I ate some chicken, some steak, some ribs, some strawberry shortcake.
Are there any vegetables? No one yet has said a vegetable. We got rib, steak, and sausage from Savion. We got a whole.
I ate vegetables yesterday.
Okay, just want to make sure, y'all. Woo.
Oh yes.
This is a class, Chandler. Yes, we are going to be learning. So I need everybody to turn their cameras on. It is now officially 1:34. I am just going to go ahead and get started. It's great to see you guys. Just a quick attendance, Professor Savion, Professor Kyle, Professor Naya, Professor Rashard, Professor Ethan. Everybody else, make sure to put your cameras on. Thank you. Professor Aja, Professor Chandler, Professor Rachel, Professor Demyron, Professor Maui, Professor James, and Professor Freeman. Welcome to class. This is English. Without further ado, let's go. All right, so the name of our lesson today is I Can Change. All right, I can change. First things first, let's go over our class norms. Students must sign in with your first full name. Your last name is optional. You must show your face during class, not at least once. During the entire class, the video must remain on. Students must show their work on the camera when asked. Students must answer questions when called, and students must mute their microphones and never share their screens. Right? Excellent. Now, our learning target. I can analyze how particular elements of a story interact. Then the reason why our lesson is called I Can Change is because we're looking at how one element changes and then what interacts with that element to change. It'll make sense in just a little bit. Okay, so our do now is a character development worksheet. We're going to do that in just a second. Our two parts to the lesson. One, what are the elements of a story? Two, we're going to go over a couple of ways to see how they can interact. And then for our exit ticket, we are going to identify which elements interact in Black Panther. Okay, so next is our do now. All you have to do is to choose one character. This is half of our worksheet. And you're going to fill in the box answering how the character is developed throughout the story at the beginning. So think of a movie or think of a book, and then think of a character from that movie or book. How are they at the beginning, at the middle, and at the end? No need to put the page number, just the character name. How are they at the beginning, at the middle, and at the end? All right. All right, so just three points in the story: the beginning, the middle, and the end. And we're just talking about a character. We're looking at how they developed, and then in a moment, we're going to see what interacts with their development. Navy, good to see you in class. Please make sure that you turn on your camera, okay? Everyone's camera must remain on. Thank you, Chandler. Thank you, Aja. Thank you, Maui. Thank you, James. Thank you, Marquise. Thank you, Ryan. All right, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Excellent. Okay, if we have anybody that's just joining our class, we're working on our do now. We're looking at one character in either a book or in a movie. And we're just taking quick notes on how that character acted in the beginning, how they acted in the middle, and how they acted at the end. Right? Okay. About halfway done. If there are any questions, you can type them in the chat, or you can unmute your microphone and ask. Uh-oh.
I'm confused on what we're supposed to do.
You're doing all three, okay? You're doing just one character.
I don't get what it's saying. Like it's saying, how is the character here?
Yes. So think of it like Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. At the beginning, the Hansel is hungry. At the middle, Hansel is in trouble. At the end, Hansel is smarter about trusting people. Okay?
So we're making our own story?
No, I was thinking Hansel and Gretel. This is from a story or a movie that you've already seen or read.
Okay.
How are we turning it in?
All right, you're going to be turning it in by email, okay? If either take a picture, all right, so either take a picture of it and send it to me, or you can, if you've already typed it, you can just email it straight to me, okay? Cool. All right, so now I would like to ask 3 people to share their beginning, middles, and ends. Can I please have Marquise? May I also have Aja? And let's throw an Anaya in there as well, okay? Marquise, Anaya, Aja. Marquise, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, so the person I picked was Apollo from the Percy Jackson series.
Okay.
And at first, in the beginning, Apollo was self-centered, and he thought everything was about him. And then in the middle, he became less self-centered and started thinking about other people and stuff. And in the ending, he actually became like very protective of his friends, and he really like thought of everyone else before him.
Good.
And
Excellent. Thank you. All right. Next, Aja. What's your character and from what movie or book? Aja, are you there? Moving on, Anaya and Savion, if you can be the 3rd person, please. Anaya, who did you pick?
I picked Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, which movie though? Far From Home?
I think it was the one on Netflix. I forgot his name.
Was it the one that's a cartoon or the one where they went on the class trip?
It was the cartoon.
Okay, that is Inside the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That's the better one of the 2, but we'll get to that later. So tell us how which character did you pick? Did you pick Spider-Man as well, Miles Morales?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, excellent. Tell us how was Miles at the beginning, middle, and end of Spider-Man?
Okay, so Miles at the beginning was like, he was a regular kid. He was like his dad. He didn't want his dad to be around. So he was trying to be cool and all. And then in the middle, he got bit by a radioactive spider. And he didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, he met a whole bunch of his friends, and they defeated the big guy.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. All right. Now, Savion, can you share yours, please?
I picked Scarecrow from Batman.
Excellent. Cool.
In the beginning, he was like really menacing and stuff like that. He was like controlling people with fear. And in the middle, Batman started chasing after him and stuff like that. And at the end, Batman caught him.
Very good. Excellent. All right. Anybody else want to share? Cool. Seeing and hearing none, we will keep on moving forward. So this is our character arc. All right. When you think about a movie or a play or even a video game, the thing that makes what we're watching, what we're enjoying really exciting is seeing the character change. The character is not the same at the beginning and the middle, and it's definitely not the same at the beginning, the middle, or the end. What we're going to focus on today is how this character changes, okay? So our next slide tells us our 5 story elements, okay? Starting at the very top with the blue and then going around to the left, we have plot. After plot, we have characters. After characters, we have setting. After setting, we have conflict. And then after conflict, we have theme. And you can see that there are a lot of different parts of each of these elements as well. So plot has exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. All right, conflict has man versus self. It can be that would be an internal conflict. And then there are external conflicts, man versus man versus society, man versus nature, and man versus technology. So what we're looking at, as you guys already know, we're focusing on characters, and we're looking at which of these other elements are interacting with the characters to help them to become the people that they'll become. Is it the plot? that's making them interact, that's interacting with them? Or is it the theme? Is it the conflict? Or is it the setting? Or is it another character that's interacting? All right. Before we move on, I want to make sure that you guys understand all of our elements of story. All right. Here are 6 of them here. There's one additional one that is not on the other page. Once you find which one this is, which extra one is on this page, please write it in the chat. Send me a private message so I know you're paying attention. Excellent. So main elements. Can I have some volunteers to read these for us, please? I need 6 volunteers, 1 for setting, 1 for plot, 1 for conflict, 1 for character, 1 for point of view, and 1 for theme. Excellent. Ethan, can you read setting, please? Rashard, we'll have you read plot. Demyron, if you can do conflict. Let's do those first 3. Thank you.
Setting. The time and location in which a story takes place.
Very good. Yes, we know setting is time and place. Excellent. Next, Rashard.
Plot, the sequence of events in a story or.
Good, exactly. The plot are the things that happen in the story, the sequence of events. Next, conflict, Demyron.
The opposite of forces which ties one incident to another and makes the plot move.
Excellent. We definitely know what conflict means, okay? And this is telling us that it's an opposition of forces, so good and bad or whatever it might be. And it ties one incident to another and makes the plot move, all right? Next, we have character, point of view, and theme. Navy, can you please read character? And then can we have Aja read point of view? Thank you, good to see that you are back. And Maui, can you read theme for us, please? Thanks.
The person and his characteristics in a work of fiction.
Very good. Yes, the character, him or herself, and her or his characteristics. What are they like? Very good. Next, point of view. Aja, point of view, and then Maui theme. Thanks.
The angle which, can you hear me?
Yep.
The angle which forms with, the angle from which the story is told.
Yes, very good. The angle from which the story is told. Good. And Maui, can you read the last one for us, please? Okay, thank you for the message. Maui cannot talk, but so I'll read for us. Theme, the central idea or belief. So we understand our story elements. Now let's think about how they can interact, okay? Let's think about the story of Black Panther, all right? Looking at the setting. Imagine if Killmonger and T'Challa lived in the same place. If they both lived in California, in Oakland, or if they both lived in Wakanda, there would not be the same conflict between them, okay? So I'm bringing that up because the setting helps to show us how these characters are interacting. If they were from the same place, then it would just be, hey, good to see you again, or, you know, I still don't like you. But it would have been the same kind of big drama that it was, okay? Excellent. So all of these things can interact with itself, okay? So character can interact with character, or any of these other things can interact with character. Plot can interact with character, or any of these other things. It can also interact with itself, all right? It really depends on what we're looking at. So let me just make it real. All right, here we go. This is my character development chart. I am looking at T'Challa. He is the Black Panther in the movie Black Panther. At the very beginning, I noticed that he was reluctant to become the Black Panther, aka the King of Wakanda. All right, before I keep going, are there any questions about how story elements can interact with one another? All right, seeing and hearing none. Cool. All right, so that is what I'm focusing on, him becoming the Black Panther, the King of Wakanda. At first, he seemed a little reluctant, like he wasn't hype about it at all. So I'm skipping now to the end. because when we ended the movie, we saw T'Challa as a confident and open-minded leader who takes actions that his father would never have considered. All right. So by this time, at the very end of the movie, King T'Challa is like, look, I'm the Black Panther. I'm dope. I'm strong, and I'm smart. All right. But there's one thing that I want us to focus on: him being open-minded. Who can remember how was King T'Challa open-minded at the end? There was something that he did that his father probably would have never done. I know it was a little while ago. All right, so I'll tell you guys. At the very end of Black Panther, King T'Challa told the entire world, like, hey, we are Wakanda, we are dope, we have this vibranium stuff, and we have these wonderful technology things that no one can even think of. The reason why I'm telling you this is because we are going to share with the world. We want to help people. We don't just want to share it, keep it to ourselves. His father did not want to share the secrets of Wakanda with anyone. So that's how I'm showing that he's open-minded compared to his father. So now the question is, what happened in the middle? All right, this actually is our exit ticket. Y'all know I ain't trying to keep y'all all day. I got a life too, yay. All right, one of the answers to these two questions. I want you guys to write them down and either email them to me, or you can send them to me privately in the chat. All right, just two questions. How is T'Challa acting in the middle of the movie? What comes between a reluctant leader and a confident leader? Okay, so just think of one thing, maybe one or two, and just fill that in, okay? And then number two, which story elements interact to shape T'Challa as a character? All right, so the first one, you're filling in the middle. What was happening in the middle? How is T'Challa as a character in the middle? And the second one, you're saying which elements interact. All right, excellent. I see some people have something in the chat. Okay, all right, good. Thank you for sending me those things. No problem. All right, no problem, Demiron. Chandler, I'm sending you a message now. Yes, I'll go back to the question. There you go. Good, very good. All right, looking for more answers. Go ahead and put them in the Zoom chat. The first question is, how is T'Challa acting in the middle of the movie? All right, remember at the very beginning, he was a reluctant leader, and then at the end, he was a confident leader. Well, what happened in the middle? Also, which story elements interact to shape T'Challa as a character? Okay. All right, very good. Thank you, Marquise. Excellent. Waiting for a few more answers. Very good, Savion. Excellent, excellent. All right, I'll give you guys one more minute and then I'll show you guys my answers. All right, actually, I'll show you my answer to question number 1 and then we'll go over question 2 together. All right. Good. All right. Thank you, Anaya. All right, all right. Great. I'm glad that you guys have watched the Black Panther. I forgot to make sure that everyone has seen it, but it seems like you guys remember what's going on, so that's excellent. Yes, good, good, Chandler. Excellent. All right, any more private messages? Come on with the answers. It's our exit ticket. Come on, it's 1:57. We can do this. Let's leave on time, if not early. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing my answers now. All right, if you haven't shared your answer yet, please send it on the Zoom group chat, send it privately, or you can email it to me when you email me the other things that you did during class. So, first question, how was T'Challa acting in the middle of the movie? he was, there we are. So the first thing that came to mind for me was that he was challenged. Okay, so him being King T'Challa, being the Black Panther, his kingship is challenged by Killmonger, who has very radical ideas. Now, you may or may not remember, I actually had to remind myself, but the very first time that Killmonger came in and spoke with King T'Challa, they were in the palace and all of the trusted council was around. And Killmonger said at that moment that we need to be fighting for Black people. There are Black people everywhere in the world and we're not taking care of them. And King T'Challa was like, yes, we only take care of ourselves. We can't take care of everyone. And Killmonger was like, but we are Black. We are the birthplace of all Black people, and there are Black people in the world that we're not taking care of. So that is one thing that helped him to become a confident leader, and it really helped with his open-mindedness. That's why he thought of helping out in ways that his father wouldn't have helped, because he was challenged by someone. Killmonger was actually his cousin, and Killmonger had very radical ideas. So those ideas helped to change him into a confident and open-minded leader. The other thing that helped is that he learns of one of his father's misdeeds. If you remember, King T'Challa's father was king before him, and he actually killed Killmonger's father, or had his father killed, okay? All right, excellent. So yes, they were trying to get the weapon back. Very good, thank you, Aja. Excellent, all right. So those are things that I noticed happened in the middle that changed King T'Challa from a reluctant king to a confident and open-minded king. All right, so that's the answer to number 1. Now let's see, what's the answer to number 2? Which story elements interact to shape T'Challa as a character? All right, which of these story elements interact? Okay, let's see, who have I not called on? All right, we have a Madison, we have a James, and we have an Autumn. Guys, I would like you to unmute your microphones and tell me one story element that interacted with King T'Challa as a person, okay? All right, very good. I have some people telling me in the private chat. Thank you for that. Autumn, James, and Madison, if you guys could please speak up and give us those answers. All right. I gave you guys a hint earlier. Okay, so basically what we're looking at is we figured out the beginning, middle, and end, but we're trying to figure what happened in between the beginning and the middle. Okay, what interacted with King T'Challa's character development? All right. All right. Anything else? Okay, so we have a couple of, go ahead.
Oh, no.
If you're able to share. All right, excellent. So a couple of the answers that we have in the chat are, when T'Challa learned of what his father had done, it changed him. Yes, okay? So that would be, which element would that be? I think that would be plot, okay? Because that's one of the events that happened in the story and that he found out later, okay? Excellent. And we had somebody else that said plot as well, helped to change King T'Challa from who he was at the beginning to who he is at the end. Also, point of view. Very good, very good. When we learn about Killmonger, we learn about his point of view. They're very radical ideas for King T'Challa, but that hearing his point of view helped to change King T'Challa's mind. All right, imagine if he was just like, yeah, I challenge you, I want to be king, but he didn't share why. All right, excellent, cool. Any more questions? All right, this is the end of our class. It is 2:02. Thank you guys for coming. Remember, when you guys are going through your, when you're going through the work on Common Lit, remember we are paying attention to this, okay? I can analyze how particular, great. I can analyze how particular elements of a story interact. There are a couple of questions under the question part that will help you guys to see how particular elements of a story interact. Great. There are no more questions, no more comments.
Okay, here I go.
Question?
So what else did we have to email again, Mr. Fields?
So what you have to email is what we went over in class, okay? Well, just today. We have the character development worksheet, which is this right here, and then the answers to your do now. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's,
So if we don't remember like the do now stuff, where we can go look at it and do it and send it to you.
I'm gonna put this on our class dojo, and then I'll make sure to upload the video too. But I'm gonna put the document so you can see it, okay? Because that's the main thing I want you guys to finish up.
Okay.
Excellent. Cool. Any more questions? Seeing none, hearing none. I hope you guys have a great week. I look forward to seeing you guys next Monday. All right?
Bye.
Enjoy the weather. Good to see you. Peace.